So Monument 9 was found on the edge of structure 4 at Chalcatzingo. Now this is a representation of the earth monster. Sure, it would have had a powerful effect and be used in rituals by the later Olmecs of Chalcatzingo. Monument 9 was found originally in the early 1960s by a farmer preparing a field for planting. Now this was a whole series of broken fragments, and this was found on the north edge of what can today be seen as the main pyramid mound area. He removed the pieces to his house in the village and eventually sold them and were smuggled out of the country. The first mention of the portal stone came in 1968 when archaeologist David C. Grove published an article in the American Antiquity magazine on Olmec rock carvings. The article strangely coincided with the appearance of Monument 9 in an exhibition held at the Munson Williams Proctor Arts Institute in New York. The portal was later on display at the Metropolitan Museum of Art as part of the Before Cortez exhibition before returning to New York in 1971. It then essentially disappeared once again. Archaeologist Maria Cordova-Tello eventually proved that the artifact was indeed stolen, and even pinpointed its location in Colorado in the hands of a very well-known private collector back in 2008. 15 years later, Grove, who was instrumental in the object's repatriation, died the day before the statue arrived in Mexico in 2023. The 6-foot by 5-foot monument was broken up into 25 pieces to make smuggling easier, but since its repatriation, experts have spent a year putting it carefully back together before being returned to its original sacred home at Chalcatzingo this year. With much pomp and ceremony along the streets of the town, 400 people took part in the parade in February 2025, welcoming Monument 9 like an old family member returning home for the first time in decades. The portal to the underworld finally made it home after 60 years away and is now on display for all the world to see at the on-site museum.